here for today to celebrate our 2023 Outstanding Educators. Teachers open up young minds, showing them the wonders of the intellect and the miracle of being able to think for themselves. A teacher exercises the mental muscles of students, stretching and strengthening so that they can make challenging decisions, find their way in the world, and become independent. The best teachers care enough to push gently and prod students to do their very best and fulfill their potentials. You are one of those. Thank you to all of our outstanding educators. I'm Gwen Gardner, the Executive Director for Axmore Jackson, and on behalf of our Board of Directors, I thank you for coming out to celebrate our 2023 Outstanding Educators in Jackson Public Schools. These outstanding educators were nominated by their principals. They are talented and empowered teachers who demonstrate a high commitment to student achievement through innovative teaching and learning. They provide joyful learning environments for scholars and promote excellence for all through accountability and excellence. Outstanding educators are dedicated to public schools and serve their schools and their communities through their work.
The mission of the Community Foundation is to connect people who care about things with folks who do the things they care about. And in this case, we had a donor who felt it was really important to recognize the service of outstanding educators and reward people with something that they're supposed to use for personal use only, because these are folks who dedicated their lives to public education, and they knew the sacrifice that many of our educators have to just make sure their students and their scholars get great benefits in the classroom, and too often they neglect themselves. And so they're anonymous. They wish to be anonymous donors, so I stand here today to represent them and their commitment to excellent public education and to recognize the invaluable contribution that our educators make to the lives of our students, scholars, and our community. They set up this fund. It's an endowment, so it has a spinoff every year, which means we get to do this every year for as long as Ashburn Jackson wants to continue to be our partner in this work. And it's just my very great pleasure to be here today. Thank you.
Having sat in the seat of a principal, I know how hard it is to do what you do, for the countless hours, for the deadlines, for the unpacking of standards, for the work on the wall, for the folks coming in, the building, all that good stuff. But what you do, it is beyond how we can repay you and say thank you today for the outstanding work that you do.
So if I can't say a word, I'll just wave my hand and say, oh, oh, oh. I'll say, oh, 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 we're so in awe of you. Educators, you leave us speechless.
And teachers, for all you do, it's all about you, celebrating you. The work that you do, the way you move scholars, make us feel speechless. To Jane, we want to say thank you for supporting this, because our teachers are so deserving. They're overlooked so many times, and we just wanted you to know that there are people out there who really, really believe in you and really support you and want to just celebrate you for the awesome job that you do. So if nobody has told you today, we love you and you are truly outstanding educators.
What can I say to a group of educators who have been resilient? They have been able to withstand and recover quickly from difficult conditions. You've experienced one of the most difficult times no one in public education has ever experienced, and you have truly experienced it and bounced back by showing the city of Jackson that you are the best of the best. Think about the name of this organization who's honoring you today and do exactly that. Ask for more. Outstanding educators, today is all about you. Therefore, you should ask for more. Somebody ought to look at your neighbor, as the preacher would say, and say, ask for more. Well, Mitchell, ask for more what? I'm glad you asked. You can ask 2 of these to your district or building leader and 1 for yourself. The first one is ask for more time. It can mean asking for more time to complete an assignment, like your lesson plans, asking for more time to deviate from the pacing guide to teaching a very important skill that you know students need to learn to get the next skill. Even asking for more time to sit in a lounge, which is probably obsolete now, to drink a Coke, to pay a bill, or just use the bathroom without children standing in the hall. Your time is valuable, so make sure you're spending it the way you want and need to. Ask for more opportunities. And I say this because most all outstanding educators that I know always advance to the next level, whether it is a building level, administrative position, literacy coach. Because you are an overachiever, and I'm sure you want to advance in your current role or move to a higher role, ask for more opportunities. It could be more opportunities for professional development. For example, conferences, serving on panels, and conducting workshops on campus and off campus. Or more opportunities to work with and learn from specific professionals within your school or district. Last but not least, ask for more time to yourself. This is something that you should ask yourself and demand from yourself. It's more than likely that being all the planning and teaching and teaching and planning and planning and teaching and teaching and planning, you forget to check in with yourself. So let's stop asking for a friend. Start demanding and asking for more for yourself, because more is what you deserve. If these 3 things aren't awarded to you, then you might as well just go in and ask for more money. Congratulations to you. I wish you the very best, and I look forward to seeing all of you elevate even greater. Thank you.
This is our favorite time of the year, and we are so honored that you guys are here to celebrate the outstanding educators. Thanks again to Jane and to the Community Foundation for Mississippi for giving us the opportunity to present these awards today. We say this every year again, that we wish we can give it to all of our educators because you are so deserving of it, but we are glad the ones that are here today to present this award to you. So our first honoree is Ms. Verna Edmond. Ms. Carla Thomas is our principal from Clausell Elementary, where Dion Woody is the assistant superintendent. She's a 3rd grade math teacher. Ms. Edmond has 16 years of experience in education. She received an Associate of Arts degree from Holmes Community College, a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education from the Jackson State University. Ms. Edmond believes that teaching is a calling and that all children have the right to learn in a safe classroom where learning should be creative and fun. And she is going to continue her marvelous journey as an educator and never stop learning and growing. Ms. Thomas says she is a phenomenal math and science teacher. She is impressed by her work ethic and the joy she exudes when working with scholars, peers, and community.
I want to thank my principal, Ms. Carla Baker Thomas, for nominating me, and my first principal, Dr. Mitchell Shears. That was where I all started from, at Clausell. I thank my family and friends for supporting me for these last 16 years. I'm so honored and humbled to be standing here today. Thank you. And, and thank you, Community Foundation for Mississippi. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Ms. Trina Davis, a 5th grade teacher at Dawson Elementary. Ms. Vicki Conley Walters is her principal. Dion Woody is the assistant superintendent for that district. Ms. Davis has 13 years of experience in education. She has a Bachelor of Science degree in elementary education. She has been named Metro Jackson Teacher of the Year, Dawson Teacher of the Year, Distinguished Educator Award, and Perfect Attendance Award. She's never met a child she could not teach, and today is no different. This feat is achieved with understanding that all students can learn if one truly takes the time to identify the unique approach, that is warranted for any child to learn. Ms. Davis is one of 2023 outstanding educators because of her zeal, ability, professionalism, and preparation for teaching and learning. This is what Ms. Connolly Walters says. We present to you Ms. Triana Davis.
My educators. Without you, there would be no me. And for that, I thank you. Community Foundation of Mississippi, you stand on being better together for good forever. As I accept this honor, your words have never rang truer. I stand firm and thank you for being an action verb and allowing me to be a main noun in your complex compound thesis. Ask for more Jackson. You have given me the ability to channel my love for art through teaching. As a result, my students are able to grasp materials in varied fashions, and now this is a grateful time for me to celebrate. It is no defeat or understatement that I thank you. Now, Jackson Public Schools, more specifically Dawson Elementary School, and the community who has supported, challenged, and molded me as a person over the last 12 years, led by Mrs. Vicki Grahams Conley Walters. Your belief in my teaching and leadership never wavered, and the endless possibilities the students and the community supplies that enables me to give experiences that are ingrained for a lifetime is greatly appreciated. To my wife in her absence, Mrs. Demetria Hunter Davis, my son, Devlin Tyree Williams, my sister, Nikimley Davis Primer, Esquire, and my little nemesis, Zaria Naya Primer, the innermost circle of my being led by the higher power. Notwithstanding the hours, tears, monies, and much more, you stood by me when I could not stand for or by myself. I am forever indebted to them. Congratulations to all those being honored beside me. As we continue onward, know that in this moment, humbleness need not present itself. Be noble, for you have earned your flowers this day, as it is only the beginning. Thank you once more.
Our next honoree is Ms. Shameka Williams. It's a librarian from Galloway Elementary School. For Linda Murray, Dr. Linda Murray is the principal. Dr. Kathleen Grisby is the assistant superintendent. Ms. Williams has 13 years of experience in education. She has a Master of Arts degree from Belhaven College and a Master's of Science degree from Belhaven College. She is a member of the National Association of Gifted Children and Ask for More Arts after school and summer school teacher. She quoted an Oscar Wilde quote, "For anyone to grow up complete, art is imperative. After all is said and done," says Ms. Williams, "school-age scholars often benefit from having art in the classroom. This learning style and way of teaching makes her profession as an educator all worthwhile." Dr. Murray says Ms. Williams is honest and dedicated to her profession. She has demonstrated high levels of loyalty and always produce quality work. We present to you Ms. Shameka Williams.
I'm overwhelmed with gratitude to have been selected to receive the Outstanding Educator Award. I would like to thank the Community Foundation of Mississippi for your support, the Ask for More Arts Jackson for the opportunity to work with your program, and to my amazing principal, the best to ever do it, the Dr. Linda Murray. I hope this recognition of our work serves as an inspiration for others in the field. I am humbled and appreciative. Thank you again.
Our next honoree is Dr. Mavis Thomas. She also is a librarian at Green Elementary, where Mr. Terrence Hill is the principal and Ms. Dionne Woody is the assistant superintendent. Dr. Dawson has 18 years of experience in education. She holds a Bachelor's of Science degree, a Master's degree, and a doctorate degree in education. Dr. Dawson is a volunteer for the 100 Black Men of Jackson and a member of the Grandparents Do Matter organization. She says, "Remain young at heart and beauty lies within the eyes of the beholder." I love that. Teaching is a beautiful profession that keeps you forever young. She also says that teaching is indeed a calling from the heart, not the faint at heart. It is hard work and important work that cannot be taken lightly. Mr. Hill says Dr. Dawson gets to know every student in her classes as a whole person. She greets the students each morning with a smile on her face. She serves as a critical friend, not only for students, but for the staff as well. I present to you Dr. Mavis Thomas.
First, on a professional level, I just want to say thank you to the Community Foundation for Mississippi for taking the time to recognize that there are outstanding educators here in this vast field of education, and we are so proudly serving our students. I want to say to Mr. Hill, my principal, who spearheaded this whole event for me. So he saw something in me and said, okay, she got it, y'all playing, but I'm gonna nominate her for this award. And it actually came to fruition. And I just want to thank you for your encouragement, your support, and the autonomy to do what we do every single day at Green Elementary School. My husband, thank you so much for supporting me in everything every endeavor that I venture off into. Whatever I need is guaranteed because he knows I do it for the children. I do it for the love of education. So I appreciate that. To my mother-in-law sitting next to him, she looks so beautiful. To my good friend Shirley, first boss, thank you for being here with me to celebrate this occasion. I would much rather be known as Outstanding Educator of the Year because as a Teacher of the Year, you're confined to the school that you are representing. But as an Outstanding Educator, you move beyond the school. You might find us teaching in vacation Bible school, Sunday school, in line at the grocery store, anywhere we're needed. Having taught at all levels of education, those deficits that they struggle with at the elementary level, high school, it will follow them into middle school, high school, and on into college. But one thing that we do well, we provide quality instruction for all of our scholars at their functional levels. That's our job, and we make it easy because our heart is in it, and we do it because we know our children can learn. They just don't all learn on the same day in the same way. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Ms. LaQuinta Hobson. She's a kindergarten teacher at Lake Elementary. Ms. Jasanta Burden is the principal. Ms. Dionne Woody is the assistant superintendent. Ms. Hobson has 9 years of experience in education. She has a bachelor's in child care family education, a master's in early childhood, and a specialist in psychometry. Ms. Hobson does tutoring from K through 2 scholars and the summer reading program. Ms. Hobson says, as an educator, she finds it necessary to convey to her students that the focus needs to be on the children in the class, not the material or the tests. Ms. Burden says Ms. Hobson learned well and obtained the tools to teach children to become productive citizens while showing them techniques to make positive choices and connect with the skills necessary to grow academically. We present to you Ms. LaQuinta Hobson.
I am completely honored by such an award and achievement. I could not have come this far without God, the constant guidance from my mom, the encouragement and support from the best principal, Ms. Burton, and my professor, Dr. Fish, and also my son said I had to put him in there, my son, Jaden. When I decided to become a teacher, I just wanted to touch young minds. I wanted to be that teacher that was very hands-on with students, always doing new things and exciting things with them, all while disguising it as learning. I didn't know how rewarding yet challenging this profession would be. During my years at Jackson State, I had the pleasure of meeting many mentors that taught me that an educator's job does not end when the students leave the classroom. We must always continue to think outside the box to be able to reach our students. Every child is capable of learning. This was a challenge I took on 100%. And to see all my work being honored today is a great feeling. Coming from a family of nurses, my mom, my sister, my brother, and my aunt, many thought that's the path that I was going to take. But teaching has always been my field of choice. I thought there was no better feeling than seeing one of my students master a task he or she may have struggled with. But I think the feeling in this moment surpasses that. Special thank you to the Community Foundations of Mississippi for recognizing me, LaQuinta Hobson, a kindergarten teacher at the best Lake Elementary.
Our next honoree is Ms. Chandra Byers-Smith. She's the lead exceptional education teacher at Lanier High School, where Ms. Valerie Bradley is the principal. She has 20-plus years teaching experience. She received her master's in educational administration and supervision at the Jackson State University in 2021. She received a master's of science degree at Capella University in 2017. She strives to create and execute with purpose, of motivating students and others to be lifelong learners. She says she began with the end in mind of teaching students how to become law-abiding, self-sufficient, educated, and articulate young adults. Her principal, Dr. Bradley, says Ms. Byers-Smith has been actively involved with the youth by having the ability to connect and communicate by not judging them and using the resources that are provided. We present to you Ms. Chandra Byers-Smith.
It is indeed an honor to have my efforts recognized in this way by Ask for More Jackson and the Community Foundation for Mississippi. In the majority of my profession, I've been working with the exceptional education population. I started out in language arts in West Bolivar School District, left, went into the corporate world, came back into education, and I chose to work with the exceptional education population because there were so many of our children that were being told what they could not do. And I don't believe in the word can't. My father was an educator, my mother was an educator, my uncle, my cousins, and we all worked together. It took a village. My father did not believe in the word can't. My children at home and my students that I work with and their teachers don't say what they can't do. Being an educator is a lifelong commitment. I strive once again to always be positive. That's with my coworkers, that's with my students, the community, whatever it may be, no matter what the situation is, always find the positive in it, always. I would like to thank so many individuals for their involvement in who I am today, whether it be my professors, my teachers when I was growing up, my principals from then, and my current principal now, my second principal that I had when I first started at Lanier. Every principal that I've ever had, I've always respected them and appreciated their leadership, and I take something from each term. My current principal, Dr. Valerie Bradley, I appreciate her so much for what she does for our children, what she does for us and the environment. I want to emphasize that I am a firm believer in it takes a village to raise our children. Thank you so much.
Our next honoree is Ms. Nikita King Adams. She's a third grade teacher, ELA teacher at Rains Elementary School. Ms. Dina Owens is her principal, and Dion Woody is her assistant superintendent. She has 8 years of teaching experience at Lake. She has a Bachelor of Education degree. Ms. Adams was recognized as Teacher of the Month for February 2023. She also is a volunteer for Habitat for Humanity and AmeriCorps. She says she believes each and every child has the potential to bring something unique and special to the world. She will help children to develop their potential by believing in them as capable individuals. She says she makes sure she makes her students feel safe, valued, successful, and that each one feels challenged with achievable goals. Ms. Owens says Ms. Adams is highly respected for her compassion and patience for children and for her general great attitude toward education. She's convinced that Ms. Adams is one of the most outstanding, hardest working, and devoted teachers she has ever had the pleasure of knowing. She is indeed an asset. We present to you Ms. Nikita King Adams.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I would like to thank my principal, Ms. Owens, for always believing in me. Thank you for nominating me for this outstanding award, and for the Community Foundation for Mississippi and my supportive husband. Teaching is not an easy job, but I strive daily to give it my all because I know in the end my scholars will benefit. Thank you again.
Our next honoree is Ms. Alicia White. Is a pre-K teacher at Van Winkle Elementary. Ms. Ashanti Barnes is her principal, and Ms. Dion Woody is the assistant superintendent. She has 10 years of experience in education. She received a bachelor's degree in child and family students and a master's degree in early childhood education. She received the JPS Rockstar Award December of 2021. Ms. White says she believes that it is her belief that a classroom should be a welcoming and accessible environment. It should be in a place in which students feel comfortable and are able to utilize the resources provided. She says that a good teacher cannot begin or continue to inspire learning if he or she is not also a learner. We present to you Ms. Alicia White.
I first would like to say I am honored to be able to receive this Outstanding Educator Award. So I first want to thank my parents, my mom, my dad, for always believing in me and encouraging me. I also like to thank my principal, Ms. Ashanti Barnes. When COVID first started, we started off as Van Winkle first pre-K school. We was getting ready to record videos for our Parent Academy Award, and an email came through and said, would you like to participate? And I overlooked the email because I didn't want to participate, but it came back to me again, and I was like, she must really want me to participate, so I said I would do it, but I didn't know what I was signing up for. And I looked, she was like, we have to do some recording. I was like, recording? I don't know about that. And I went to her, I said, do I got to learn a script or something? Because I'm shy. And she said, girl, you're so funny, but I was dead serious. So we did the recording, and after recording, I did not prepare. But I went in, and I had win. I guess I did a good job, because she came to me, she said, you did an awesome job. Everybody was clapping. And she was like, you got to celebrate your mama right now. So I'm going to take the time to celebrate my mama, because it was because of her for believing in me that put me outside the box to make me to believe in myself. So I just want to thank her. I want to thank my colleague, Dr. Slinger Johnson, for always helping me out anytime I needed. And my mentor, she wasn't able to make it because we have PJs today, so she had PJs on. And for always encouraging me. I want to thank Ask for More for this opportunity, also the Community Foundation for this opportunity. And I see one of my favorite professors here, Mr. Dr. Fish, so it's glad to see a good face. And I just want to thank everybody. This award is not only for me, but it's for my kiddos, because they celebrated me before I got here. And also this is for my Van Winkle family of Van Wonderful.
Our last honoree is Ms. Tanya Hughes, a 12th grade AP World History teacher at Wingfield High School. Mr. Roderick Smith is our principal. Ms. Leticia Marshall is her assistant superintendent. Ms. Hughes has 29 years of experience in education. She has her master's degree. She also has been recognized as Master Economics Teacher in 2021. Teacher of the Month at Wingfield High School, and numerous awards for student growth and after-school activities. Ms. Hughes says all children possess a unique and individual learning style, but having these qualities, they must be in an environment that nurtures them emotionally, socially, and mentally. It is her belief that you must set the tone to create the environment. The classroom should be a safe, caring environment where children are free to speak their mind and blossom and grow. Mr. Smith says Ms. Hughes is a very reliable, hardworking individual. She wears many hats at Wingfield. She consistently puts herself in a position to help others. He says without reservation, Ms. Hughes is the ideal candidate to receive the Outstanding Educator Award. We present to you Ms. Tanya Hughes.
I really just want to say thank you to my family. To God be the glory for everything that I've done and achieved, because that's who gets the most credit for everything. Thank you to my principal, my Wingfield High School family. They're my friends, they're my everything when I'm there. And also to Ask for More Arts and the community organization. Thank you all so much. And the only thing that I always ask my students and for everyone is be the change that you want to see in the world. That's the motto I live by. And that's how we start our day. Be the change that you want to see. Thank you.
Thank you again. Each participant received a certificate, a personalized paperweight, and a monetary gift. Now you have to ask them how much they got. Now it's up to them. And just like Jane said, it's to do whatever they want to do with it. They may want to take their principal out to lunch, their best friend, their husband. This is for your personal, whatever you want to do.
First of all, I want to congratulate all of our honorees. We are very proud of you, and I extend this gratitude on behalf of Dr. Green, as well as the Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Cormack, and each of your respective assistant superintendents. Thank you. Congratulations to each of you. Thank you to the Community Foundation of Mississippi for supporting us. Educators are important, especially here in the city of Jackson, the school district of the capital city, and Mississippi's only urban district. And so we're doing some wonderful things. And as I always say, Jackson Public Schools is the most academically diverse school district in that we offer a variety of programs.
if you could do us a favor, and when you get your phones, go on Facebook and pull up our page, Ask for More Jackson, and like our page. We do have a page, and we're going to be honoring each honoree throughout the week with their picture and a little bio of them, just to support us. Thanks again for everyone being here today.